Hey, Manna Church, welcome back. We're almost there, the end of 21 days of prayer and fasting. I certainly hope you're going to make plans to be with us for My Manna Connection night next Sunday night to break this whole fast. But I've talked about prayer a couple times now in our time together here in Morning Manna. Prayer is a conversation with God and really can be as simple as talking to Him or perhaps even using a form. I talked about that last week, the Lord's Prayer, to help us get started. There's another key with prayer, and that is to pick a time and maybe even to pick a location, to pick a spot. When I was growing up, I'm the oldest son of Pastor Michael Paul Fletcher of the Manna Church, actually, one of the greatest leaders, pastors, I think one of the greatest men of God I've ever followed. And I have a very, very strong recollection from my childhood that I believe is the secret to my dad's leadership. I would walk into his bedroom a number of mornings, and my parents had this little wicker chair set that they kept. Kind of, my dad would sit there and they would sit there and talk, and he would sit there and have his devotions, read his Bible there. But I have a very, very, very strong recollection of my dad most mornings beginning his morning with a pillow right in front of the wicker set and his face, hands folded, with his face buried in that wicker set, crying out to God. And prayer is, I believe, the power that unlocks the secret to the prayer and surrender and connection to God is what unlocks the secret of incredible things in your life. There's a hero of mine, Bobby Martz, went to our church for the longest time. He's in heaven now. Was one of our earliest ministry partners, and he talked about prayer this way. He said, everybody wants the fire of God to fall on the altar, but most don't want to build the altar. I want to encourage you, prayer is powerful because when you pick specific times and even specific spots, you pray at specific times anytime you need a breakthrough. I'll tell you a story from my own life. I was recently on a trip, and there was some turmoil in my soul. It was just one of those mornings. I'd gotten up and I was traveling, and so I'm driving to the airport and I'm in the car, and I just started praying. I don't even remember making the conscious decision to pray, but I just started praying. I'm charismatic, just praying in tongues, speaking in tongues, baptized in the Holy Spirit, and I just prayed till I felt breakthrough. I don't think that's a thing that makes me unique or makes me more powerful than the rest of you. I just want to encourage you, prayer and connection to God, until you feel it on your insides begin to break. I want to encourage you, maybe this morning you're holding on to something, either a promise from God that you're wanting to see fulfilled, or there's a limiter or a struggle that's in your life. I want to encourage you, grab hold of God and just keep pressing into Him until you feel that thing break. Begin to develop a rhythm of proximity to His presence and watch your life change. I did not say everything would get rosy, all of your prayers would get answered, and suddenly you'd be a millionaire. None of those things have happened for me. I am telling you, though, that things change not when all the circumstances around you change, but when you catch a glimpse of Him and experience His presence. God bless you, Manna Church. Have a great day.